Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Yasmeen, issue number 2. Had to go digital because my comic book store is not carrying it. It is what it is. They're carrying other Scout titles. They're just not carrying this Scout title, and I don't know which other ones they're not carrying. But anyway, yeah, I can't read every comic book. So, reading this one, and I can't by any stretch of the imagination call this a good comic book. Not in good taste, because it's not. Oh my god, it's not. It's freaking heart-wrenching and it's sad. This is not entertaining in a positive way. It's more like you reading this because you just it's like a biography. I don't know if this is a real person or not, man, but like it's crushing my freaking soul to read this. Let's get talking about the evil people who made this comic book. Then we'll talk about the book itself. Creator and writer and person with the most blame on his shoulders would have to be Saif A. Ahmed. The artist is Fabiana Mascolo, and the letterer is Robin Jones. A bunch of other people involved in here. Oh, Loban design, Tobin Rasikot, I believe is how you pronounce the name. So, yeah, I did a review of issue number 1. Please go and check that out because this is a really good comic book to get. I don't know how you're going to get it because I don't see it on Comixology either, which is painfully freaking frustrating. So I get this because Scout Comics sends me free comic books to review. I don't review them all, but I review a couple of them. I'm going to be doing the Atlantis Wasn't Built for Tourists, and I've also already done the Brothers Dracul. Brothers Dracul, no, different one. A different Dracula story. Anyway, so Scout Comics got some good stuff. They got this. But again, this is not good. This is evil. Anyway, they gave us like 12 pages of review pages to look at. Wow, so you're getting like half the comic book in here. Enjoy, by all means. We're getting 2 years out of Yasmeen's life is missing. Actually, it's not missing. That's what her father says. In reality, she knows exactly what happened in those 2 years. The problem is she can't get rid of those 2 years. They're the most prominent things in her life. This happened right around her 16th birthday party, you know? So here she is. She's like 18 years old, and she's out of Iraq, and she's currently in, I forget where they actually moved to, and she's stuck going to an earlier part of school, like what, sophomore year or something like that? You know what I'm saying? The second year of high school. And she's sitting there trying to study, but when you're gone from school for that long and you can't focus on anything normative because all you can think of is the crap that's happened to you. 2 years of essentially torture. Yeah, your life's going to suck. And her father keeps on saying you can just act like those 2 years didn't exist because you can skip, some years of school, maybe get directly into college and, because you're a smart girl and you can do this. And unfortunately, she just can't. So she goes to school, public school. And she's walking through the public school and she's thinking about what she was told about the school shootings over in Mosul, where the people just came in, after the insurgents came into power, so to speak. They just came into the school and killed all of the boys in the school and took the girls because, And she's thinking about these stories that she was told about and thinking of all the bad things that could possibly happen. She's seeing ghosts of images she never saw, only heard, but these were the only stories that she had for those 2 years. People trying to freaking rescue her, and man, what's funny is that right here in this world, so to speak, in what's considered the current day at her 18 years of age in this American high school, these kids show up and they're, oh, hey, where are you from? Iraq. Oh my God, I am so sorry for our oil lusting countries or something like that. Like, yeah, okay, I understand. I remember when I was in Saudi, somebody's like, oh, you're American. Oh, good to meet you. Yes, I am American. I'd like to apologize for George Bush. I'm just saying. And like, it was a good bit of laughter. She had I'm going to humor you kind of laugh. There's several moments in here where they're just like, I see you're not eating your chicken nuggets. Is it because they're not halal? I guess that's probably why. At the end of the day, whatever just means you'd have to say like Bismillah before you kill the chicken. I mean, Nothing's freaking halal. Even if it says halal on the front of it, it's not halal. Stop. It's not. Stop. But they're like, you should fight for your rights. You should know your rights. And like, we have to make sure that they'll give you a halal option because they need to. And they need to, cater to everybody. And it's like, first world problems. And there's nothing wrong with first world problems because this is the world that we're in. She had her own version of first world problems a week before she turned 16 or so, because she wanted to be in a costume party. And her dad is really conservative. Her mom too, but like they're super conservative. They're like, no, we're not going to do a Halloween party, dress up Halloween. Like, this is haram. How dare you? How dare you want to do Halloween? So this meant something. This genuinely meant something to her. And this was the most important thing in her life. And since she was told no, she, of course, did what little girls do. She pouts and she cries and she goes and she, tells her brother, this is the worst day of my life. And she has every right to say that, every right to believe that, as every parent will know. We know two things. We know one, if this is the worst day of your life, lady, it's going to get so much worse for you. Because every day, like, Iron Maiden, it's time to live and a time to die, but isn't it strange? As soon as you're born, you're dying, right? Like, it's gonna just keep getting worse. Welcome to the entropy that is life. And the second thing we know as parents is you have every right to think that because you are young and your life shouldn't be hard. So little things like you not being allowed to have a costume party, which she was gonna get anyway,